Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Maha, Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanda, Chapter 46. Ravana approaches Sita to abduct her. Summary: Ravana praises Sita's beauty by extolling every limb of hers. Though he enters like a Brahman Sanyaasi, he indulges in a most untoward laudation that is unbefitting for a saintly and elderly almsman. Unable to refute him because he is in such a pious garb, she had to invite him as an untimely guest. Chapter 46 in detail. Raghava's younger brother Lakshmana is very much infuriated at Sita, who spoke to him rudely. As such, he journeyed towards Rama at once as though he is erring to see Rama immediately, albeit his heart wanted him to stand guard to Sita. Quickly taking hold of intervallic time, then the 10-headed Ravana approached Vaidehi, adopting an aspect of a sannyasi. That sannyasi is now cloaked in a smooth silky saffron. His head hair is neatly tucked. Sandals are wooden. Umbrella is on right shoulder, and on his left shoulder a shaft of sannyasi is shouldered, onto which his handy water vessel is hooked, and he proceeded towards Vaidehi in a mien of meandering sannyasi. As, with a piteous gloom overcoming the sunless and moonless lively eventide, that great mighty Ravana came over to Vaidehi in that forest when she is without two of the brothers, namely Rama and Lakshmana. As a sinister planet looks over star Rohini when she is devoid of moon, that extremely sinister Ravana then looked over the glorious and youthful princess Sita. On observing ferocious Ravana, whose activities are iniquitous, the trees of Janasthana are not in full sway, nor is the wind in full swing. On seeing him, who is seeing with his bloodshot eyes, river Godavari too is frightened and started to rush off quietly, whose onrush will be rapid otherwise. In the meanwhile, the decahedron demon Ravana, who is all the while waiting for some lapse of Rama, neared Vaidehi in the get-up of a sannyasi. The disgraceful Ravana made advances in a graceful mien of Brahmana to Vaidehi, who is thinking over her husband like the slow-moving Saturn making advance to star Chitra, which will become ominous, like a wellspring shouldered by grass, enshrouded in a decent get-up of Brahman fare. In a trice, Ravana leeringly stood before of Vaidehi, the admirable wife of Rama. While standing before her, then Ravana eyed at the auspicious wife of Rama, whose lips and teeth are fine, visage is shining like a full moon, and who is presently tortured by her tearful lamentation and sitting in the straw cottage. And he approached that lotus petal-eyed Vaidehi, who is dressed in ochre silks, as a night walker is gladdened at his heart for her solitude. He who is hit by the arrows of love god, that king of demons, Ravana, on seeing Sita, entered resonating the resonances of Vedic hymns as precursory in seeking alms, and spoke those well-mannered sentences to her, who is in solitariness. Ravana really acclaimed her, who is an excellent one in all the three worlds, beaming forth the beauty of her body, and who is like goddess Lakshmi, but for divine lotuses, and her settle. For Sita is devoid for her settling, namely Rama. Glittering like the glitter of gold, silkened in ochre silk, you are like a lotus tendril, garlanded with divine lotuses as your ensemble. Who are you? Thus Ravana started addressing Sita. O rosy-faced one, are you the personified numen of respect, renown of resplendence, or the felicitous Lakshmi herself? Or, O curvaceous one, are you a nymphal, apsara, or the numen of benefactress, or a self-motivated woman, or Rati Devi, the consort of Manmata, the love god? Your teeth are evenly smooth, and their tips are like jasmine buds, and your whitish broad eyes are spotless, reddish at ends, and pupils are black. Your hips are beamy, thighs burly, akin to elephant's trunk, and these two breasts of yours that are ornamented with best jewelries are rotund, rubbing and bumping each other, and they are swinging up and up. Their nipples are brawny and jutting out, and they are smooth like palm fruits. Thus, they are covetable, for they are beautiful. O allurer, your smile is alluring, teeth are alluring, and your eyes allure. O beauty, your waist is palmful, your hair velvety, your breasts are jostling, and you rob my soul as a spade rob river banks. I have not seen any earthly female with this kind of features on the face of the earth, or a goddess, no, a Gandharva female, no, Yaksha female, no, Kinnara female, no, none whatsoever. I marvel why an excellent one in all the three worlds, by her features more so fragile and youthful as you should be, living here in the thick of the forest. Such as you are you go back, let safety betide you, as you are unsuited to live in here, for this forest is the dwelling for ghastly demons, who by their wish will be changing their guise. Delightful rooftops of skyscrapers, flourishing and richly fragranced pleasure gardens of cities alone are idle to you to stroll. Getting at you, the garlands, scents, footsteps, or clothing, they all become the best, because you are the best beauteous one. As such, he alone becomes the best person who gets you as his wife, and it is meet and right to you to choose such a husband. O curvaceous lady, who are you? O one with an impeccable smile, do you belong to Rudra gods or Marut gods or to Vasus? To me, you are the beaming forth like a goddesses. This is the dwelling place of demons, and no goddesses, nor a Gandharva, nor a Kinnara can arrive here. But how you have come here? Here, lions, leopards, tigers, likewise other predators, bear, tigers, vultures will be moving. How you are not frightened from them? Being alone in this forest, O lady with a lovely face, how you are unafraid of horrendous and mighty elephants possessed of rut. O auspicious lady, who are you? Also, from where are you? And being lonely, what for you are moving in dreadful Dandaka forest that is adored by demons? Thus Ravana spoke to Sita. When the wicked-minded Ravana praised her in this way, Vedi, the princess from Mithila, has seen him who has arrived in the get-up of Brahmana and started to revere him with all the respects affordable to a casual guest. She firstly fetched a seat for him, then invited him with water for feet wash, and then said to him, who looked gracious in his bearing, arms are ready. Mightily explored him who arrived with the features of a Brahman, with a saffron robe and arm bowls, and as he came with an pleasing appearance of a Brahmana, she invited him as she would ordinarily invite a real Brahman. O Brahman, this is Dharma grass seat, and you be seated comfortably. Here is the water, receive it for hand and feet wash. Here is the forest grown food. For your sake, dine on them relaxed. Thus Sita said to Ravana. Ravana thoroughly observed that wife of the king, Maithili, when she invited him, taking contextual in inviting a guest, and that too Brahman Sanyaasi, and he firmed up his mind to abduct her even forcibly, and started to dedicate himself for destruction. Then she looked forward for her shapely husband who has gone on hunting game, and who must be returning along with Lakshmana. And though she looked intently, she could not see the green backdrop of that great forest, but not Rama or Lakshmana. Thus, this is the 46th chapter in Aranya Kanda Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.